What's up, YouTube? Today, we're going to bring on one of the best Brawl Stars players in North America to teach us how to play Bibi like a pro. Bibi's one of the best brawlers in the game right now, and he is going to give us the advanced tactics and tips to be amazing with Bibi. Let's do it. Alright, so the pro we are bringing on to help us learn all about Bibi. He plays for Tribe Gaming, who won the past 2 seasons of Pro Brawl League. They also just won the DreamHack event that I casted in Dallas. We got none other than Alec 26. What's up, man?
What's up, Cory? How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Enjoying the new update.
Oh yeah, always fun to have a new update, the summer update. But all right, we're here to talk about Bibi. Now, in my last brawler ranking I did, tier list, I had Bibi as the best brawler in the game. We've had some new star powers, C's has changed. Do you still think Bibi is one of the best brawlers in the game?
For sure. She's pretty much really good in every single mode, and her versatility is pretty OP.
Okay, every single mode. So, what about Bibi really makes her so strong, you think?
I think it's her speed and damage, because you can pretty much just 1 or 2 shot every single brawler in the game, other than just tanks.
She does have a surprising amount. I mean, she swings a bat, I guess, so I would kind of hope it's good damage, right? But fair enough.
Yeah, but it probably needs a nerf, honestly.
Yeah, you think she needs a nerf?
Yeah. I think just a little damage nerf, so she can't she can 3-shot a Shelly. That's pretty broken, I think.
That's true. Not anymore, maybe, though, with her new star power, Shelly's new star power.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, but I don't know, most people don't even have that.
No,
yet,
yeah.
So.
Brand new. Okay, so let's talk about Bibi's best modes. What modes, if you're trying to trophy push with Bibi, what modes are you really focusing on?
Well, Bibi's not really a bad option in any mode, except for maybe Bounty, because she's pretty versatile, but I have to say her best modes are Brawl Ball, Siege, and Gem Grab.
All right, why don't we talk about, though, how to really play Bibi in those modes? Just sort of a basic play style, just to give people an idea of how you would play Bibi. So why don't we start out, we'll go through each mode. I know it's not an easy question, but let's start out with just solo showdown.
I don't really play this mode a whole lot, but
Yeah.
I play a little for this video, and what I learned pretty quickly was that getting a few power-ups off spawn, then just bush camping was the best strat. As bad as it might sound, it's checking bushes with Bibi is really annoying because you have to charge your home run bar every single time, so it's just better to sit back.
That's fair enough. Okay, what about Gem Grab?
On a Gem Grab, you're just pretty much going to want to hold control on your lane with your knockback until you see an opening to go for a kill on your lane or the mid.
Okay, so you're holding your ability oftentimes to try and get lane control.
Yeah, your star power is pretty important here because closing the gaps on a mid if they're low health, gotta pick up those gems.
Okay. All right. What about Heist?
Heist is probably Bibi's second worst mode, but you're pretty much gonna want to play similar to how a Bull would play, and go for the safe with your team backing you up. Okay. And your super is pretty important here because you can bounce it back and forth off the safe if there's a wall.
Okay, so you're really being aggressive in Heist and going for safe damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bibi's pretty garbage on defense.
Okay, interesting. Even with her knockback, I guess.
It's just kind of brawler. You're not doing damage to them, and you're just stalling with a knockback. Honestly.
Okay, that's fair. What about Siege?
Siege is definitely Bibi's really good in. Her speed makes it really easy to pick up bolts.
Yeah. And
on offense, you're pretty much going to focus on keeping your squishies alive, your barleys, your pennies, your ticks now, etc.
Okay. So
and then on defense.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So on defense, you're going to be the one attacking the siege robot with your knockback to hit it back until it gets to Ike. Then you're just going to want to swing away and do damage.
So when you're defending that siege robot, are you doing damage as fast as possible, or are you sort of waiting for that knockback to get it further back?
Initially, you're waiting for the knockback, but once it gets far enough to your Ike, you pretty much just want to do damage, get it out of there as quick as possible.
Okay. The other question I was going to ask is, are you sort of roaming around the map, just in Siege or in going for bolts, or are you more staying in your lane?
You want to stay in your lane unless a bolt spawns in the middle or your lane, you want to go get that. But if it spawns on the other side, you're just gonna let your team get it.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. What about Brawl Ball?
Brawl Ball is probably probably Bibi's best mode. you're pretty much just gonna like run up and do damage and knock them back for your team. You're not really gonna want to carry the ball that much because if you pick up the ball, you can't use your home run bar, and that's where like BB thrives.
Okay, that's a good tip. So she's not really a ball carrier. Are you trying to flank a lot with that speed, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so is she gonna be like your primary defender? You think is she focusing more on defense, or what are you focusing on?
Pretty much depends on your team comp for the most part, but BBs definitely can defend or attack, whichever your team needs.
Okay, all right. What do I think is bounty the last? I think bounty's the last mode.
Yeah.
What's bounty?
So for bounty, BB isn't the best, but I just recommend using your speed from your star power to the best of your ability and dodging as much as possible, trying to close the gap on their squishy brawlers like their pipers.
Okay, so I feel like one thing I noticed watching you guys play DreamHack in with BB and bounty, I feel like it's a lot of times are you using her sort of to just kind of zone the enemy because you don't ever want to face.
Yeah,
the
you're
BB?
pretty much just like a threat that you just have to like always pay attention, but you're not gonna like actually go in because if you go in, you're just gonna like charge their supers, give them a few stars, and bounty's all about just like staying back and just waiting for them to make a mistake.
It definitely is. Okay, now here's a question for my free-to-play guys. How important is BB's star power? The one she has, her first one, the one that's out right now.
I'd say her star power is super important, and it's probably one of the best in the game, even after the slight nerf it had.
Oh, really?
The extra speed from it helps out a lot in closing the gap with brawlers with more range than you, and so even though you have like you're like a close range brawler, you can still get up there and do lots of damage.
So it is definitely important. So I guess that's probably one of the ones you would want to focus on then, definitely. Okay.
I mean, BB's still good without it, but in like some modes, but for like the longer range, like your bounty, like the longer range maps, like bounty or gem grab, you're gonna want to definitely have the star power.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so speaking of her home run ability, how are you deciding, like when you're in a fight, how are you deciding that, okay, I just use that home run ability? Am I gonna keep on attacking and just trying to get damage, or am I sort of backing off and trying to get that home run ability back as soon as possible? How do you make that sort of distinction?
Well, if you use your home run ability to pin them into a wall, you're gonna want to keep attacking if they're within 2 or more swings of killing them.
Okay.
So if they're pretty squishy, you can just like finish off the kill. But if they're like a tank or something, you're definitely gonna back off.
Okay, so if they're sort of low health or within 2 shots, go ahead, just try and get that kill. But otherwise, probably best to just get the home run ability again. So you're sort of just like chipping them until they're low and then you go in.
Yeah, until they come towards you close enough so you can pin them onto a wall. Then you can just like run up to them and just auto aim them to death.
Okay. And speaking of auto aim, do you think BB's a good auto aim brawler? Like, are you accurate with auto aim with her?
For sure. BB's pretty good with auto aim until with your home run bar, you got it. Sometimes it's best to aim that so you can like push them where you want them to.
Okay, that makes more sense. So you're aiming more the home run and then sort of once you're within range, just spam the red button.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What about for BB Super? Because I feel like BB Super is an interesting super, right? Because by itself, like it can do a lot of damage, it can get a lot of value, but it can be difficult to get that. So, when are you using her super? Are you like trying to get a minimum of a certain amount of hits, or what sort of value are you trying to get?
So BB super is pretty easy to get, so I just use it a lot, honestly. Okay. If you can kill someone with it, if there's like one hit and they're gonna like get away, I just use super to finish off the kill. But if there's like 2 or more hits you could see that are like easy to get, I just throw super and go for it because it's really easy to get back.
So what about if it's just one hitter? Are you still using it just to try and get as many as possible?
If they're low health, I'd still throw it. But if they're like full health, I would just chuck it for one hit. It's not worth it.
Okay. What about in like Siege or in Heist? Are you ever like doing it just on the safe from a long distance, or do you think that's not worth it?
I think it's worth it in Siege, because Siege sometimes damage is pretty hard to get if they're defending well.
Okay.
But in Heist, for the most part, I just use it for just to get kills.
Okay, good answer. I have another question. BB Super her next star power isn't out yet, but I do think we should maybe talk about it. Her new star power, for those of you who aren't aware, whenever it does come out, is going to be whenever her home run ability is fully charged, she has a damage shield that sort of surrounds herself, and it reduces all damage she takes by 30%. First of all, 2 questions. Which star power do you prefer more, and how good do you think her new star power is going to be?
I actually prefer the old one better, but I think
Okay.
the new one's still gonna be pretty good. The old one is just pretty OP for like closing the gap, which is what a short range brawler really needs.
That's fair. Yeah, because I mean, 30% damage reduction definitely sounds like really solid, but it is only when she has that home run ability. So, like, once you start attacking, you know, she's basically a normal brawler again. So, do you think it is going to be like almost as good, or you think the extra movement speed is like definitely better?
I think it's gonna be pretty like map or team comp dependent, but I think the new one's gonna be better for showdown
Okay.
for sure because the speed's not really helpful there unless it's like a thrower map where you have to do lots of dodging.
Okay. What? Yeah, I guess it's a question like, what game modes do you think that damage reduction one would be better in?
Probably where you're just holding control. You're not really like running around for bolts or something in like siege or running to the safe and heist. It's probably the best in gem grab where you're just like holding control in your lane.
Okay, that makes sense. What about, all right, so one thing that's really important with any sort of brawler and knowing how to play them well is knowing what brawlers to, you know, are good matchups and what brawlers are bad matchups. So like what sort of brawlers as Bibi are you really trying to go after?
I would prefer brawlers like a Barley or a Dynamite. They're just like easy to dodge and they're low health. You just run up and auto aim.
Okay.
But the hardest brawlers to kill are probably be like a Spike, a Shelly, and sometimes tanks depending on the map. Because Shelly super really hurts Bibi a lot.
Yeah. So I guess versus Shell, you're probably just trying to do that home run ability as often as possible.
Yeah, and just like if they have super, just like back off. It's not worth it even for the home run.
Okay. So don't even try and fight a Shelly, just sort of trying to avoid that brawler completely.
Yeah, just like ask your teammates for help.
Okay. All right. Now, since we're talking about how to play Bibi so well, what about how to counter Bibi? Because she is such a strong brawler.
Bibi doesn't really have any hard counters in the game.
Okay.
But the best brawlers against Bibi are probably Shelly and Spike. Because Spike super, you can zone out Bibi and you can hit some RNG 2Ks on him.
Yeah, Spike is a great
pretty much 3-shot Bibi.
Close range brawler. Fair enough. Now, you do stream on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I stream every night at like 10 p.m. EST.
Perfect. I was going to ask when you stream. So there, guys. There you go. If you guys are looking for a streamer to go watch, pro streamer. And what else? Do you have any shout outs you want to give to people?
I don't really have any major. I just shout out my teammates, OG and Squashy, and some of my friends like Bobby and Patchy.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. I hope you guys learned some great tips on how to play Bibi. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.